Closed captioning for The Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today, I take the crew walleye fishing on Lake Erie and then prepare walleye francais. It is so delicious. But first, we check out the Road Turians on their way to Syracuse. Lots of sweet rides. Well, you remember my buddy Jerry Dixie, and when you were talking hot rods and wheels and cool vintage classic cars, that is what you do.
It's what I've done for a long time. I love it.
And now you have your own tours, the Road Turians.
We're the Road Turians. It's a basis on what we used to do with Street Rodder Magazine, and Street Rodder Magazine decided they weren't going to print magazine anymore. But all these people love traveling with me so much that they literally called me and said, you got to put these things together.
Groupies.
Yeah, these are
you got
groupies. Yeah, they are. And so Marianne and I, God bless my lovely wife Marianne, but we decided that we would do 2 tours a year. And so we had 30 people. We limited to 30 couples. That's manageable. I can kind of
for
see
rooms, accommodations.
Everybody's getting along okay.
Yeah.
And I can fix things if they have a problem. So we limited to 30 couples. We just finished in June a tour from Lincoln, Nebraska to Minneapolis, St. Paul area for an event called Back to the 50s, 10,000 pre-1964 cars. So that was our last tour. Now we're going to Syracuse.
10,000.
Yeah, 10,000.
So now, all of these cars, here's what I find really interesting. No trailers.
No.
These are all cars that are gonna run. So we've got Tennessee, we've got New Jersey.
Texas.
They all drove in.
Yep, and met here.
And you started in Columbus?
We started on Sunday morning in Columbus. There's a big event called the Good Guys Columbus Nationals. And we started there on Sunday morning. We went to the Quaker Steak and Lube that wasn't open yet, and I put my little table out and handed out all of our credentials and our hats and those goodies and things and the maps. And I ran them a route up through Amish country. And then last night we went to the Quaker Steak and Lube, and they had a huge, probably 250 cars last night
that's
at the Lube.
awesome.
And Big Rick and the folks at the Lube that always take care of us, they had center stage for us. We had them all parked in the right place. Mark Cole Agency, who is a car guy from the get-go, and he's got specialty car insurance, and he is sponsoring our 2 days in the Youngstown area.
City. So from here but your final destination is Syracuse.
Syracuse, New York State Fairgrounds.
And then you plan all these activities for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I think that's cool vacation, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's plug and play.
So it's 1 week.
Yep, it's 1 week. It's plug and play. It's about $1,995 for the week. That includes hotels. That includes a few of the meals, some of the meals.
Yeah.
All these cool things that we give them, the hats and.
I mean, I think it's awesome. And a lot of these, I mean, God bless them, but a lot of these don't have air conditioning.
No, you got to roll the windows down.
You think about it, and that used to be an option.
Right.
Or it wasn't an option at all. It didn't exist. Think about that. So now, this is one of the earlier station wagons, huh?
This is special. This is a 1956 Chevy Nomad. And as opposed to a 4-door station wagon, this is a Nomad that's got the angled pillar here. And this was brought out when the families would go on vacation. This was the car that Chevrolet was kind of promoting for that group. And the backstory on this particular car, the couple, Dale and Sue Gosnell from Iowa, good friends of ours from over the years, they travel with us. This is their 46th wedding anniversary yesterday.
Okay.
They went on their honeymoon in this car. Not a car like it, in this car.
Now, I did not know Rancheros went back this far. I can remember the 70s Rancheros.
They made Rancheros in 1957.
I had no idea.
I used to sell soda pop at the old Canfield Speedway. Some of your viewers might remember when they raced stock cars at Canfield.
Okay.
And the track truck was a 1957 Ranchero, and it said Canfield Speedway every Saturday night.
Oh my God. Now I can remember seeing these around when I was little. Mm-hmm. What's the year on this?
This is 57.
Okay.
1957.
So these would have still been of the day.
Yeah, sure.
And this car comes all the way in from Jersey.
This is from New Jersey. Yeah, Gary and Bonnie Green. And, their Chevy
green car.
And they have been with us on quite a few tours. They came in with another couple out of Jersey, and they're all nice folks. They all, you know, it's not only about the cars, it's about the people, it's about the camaraderie.
Yeah, I mean, in a shared passion, obviously.
Sure. I'm going to show you something here, Case.
Okay.
When you say, do they drive them?
Oh, no.
Wonder how this happened.
Damn dear. You have got to be kidding me.
Twice.
Get over there, Casey.
Oh, my. So he is in search of a new fender.
Wanted. Good fender. 39 Caddy.
Wow.
This is Casey Malone, and Casey has a show, and she wants to make sure that if someone calls
If
from
someone
her
calls
show
you and says, I'm
finds
interested in
fender,
that finder fee.
Is there a finder's fee?
There is a finder's fee.
And what would that be?
At least $200 for a good
Okay.
fender.
See, there we
They're
go.
hard to find, and depend on the situation, it could be higher than that.
Okay. Keith,
Now, is that
I
the
am on
cost
the
of the fender, or
lookout.
is that the finder's fee?
No.
So where were
I
the
bought
deer?
one that was supposed to be the right fender, and it turned out to be a 1940, which is a little, subtle differences.
Who knew?
They stamped out a fender that looks identical, but it's different.
Why do they do that?
So I've got $1,800 in that fender.
Oh my gosh.
So what are you driving?
I'm driving Marianne's 1967 Mercury Cougar, 1967
Okay.
Mercury Cougar, that I gave her for her 40th birthday a few years ago.
Just a couple years, right?
Sold all my motorcycles and bought her a car that she had in high school.
And she loved it.
I was good to go for at least a month.
At least, but
I am so happy that you could come out and join us on a beautiful Monday.
I love it, and I really wish you guys good luck. I mean, the weather looks ideal.
Oh, it is.
Syracuse is going to be so excited to watch you guys pull in.
Shout out to Mark Cole Agency for
Thank
kind of
you,
supporting
Mark, and thank you, Marianne, because he said I could use this next year when we go on the road tour.
us. I didn't say that, honey.
Appreciate that, Marianne. Kisses. The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
Kamara Jewelers is the place to buy an engagement ring because we want a relationship with you that lasts a lifetime. Your commitment with her is the same commitment we have to you.
We want to sit down with you and teach you about diamonds so you're educated on what you're buying. We have the largest selection we ever have, which is the largest in the area, and at the best value. And if it's not something in our case, we could always custom make it. We can make any dream come true.
Get real, get Kamara.
Rulli Brothers has a great choice of quality cheeses. We use our relationship with Old Road Houses to specially select the product and then have it custom cut and packaged by our own local artisans. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Join the Isle and Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available. Given is living. Join the Isle and Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available at $13 an hour. Given is living.
To own a business where your name's on the window can be pretty cool. That's my family. My name is Danny Catullo, and I'm the owner of Catullo Prime Meats. My grandfather started the business in 1962. I was able to take our old style butcher shop and bring it out to the new age using e-commerce to get our products to more customers. When we started shipping, there was not a ton of information out there. That's where we really worked with FedEx so they could be able to help us with our perishable shipping. We were taking on new purchases that we never had to make before. Boxes, coolers, ice packs, anything that was involved around shipping. So we can no longer do this with the cash that we had on hand. So because of the Plum Card from American Express and all of its benefits, it was a natural fit to help grow our business. And when someone calls and lets you know that you made their dinner, that's satisfaction that you can't get anywhere else.
I'm Elizabeth Bernard. For more than 30 years, I've provided our Valley with sound legal advice. My associate Jennifer Righetti and I will be your legal representatives if you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident. Don't try to handle it yourself. We'll navigate the red tape of dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the obstacles that you'll face. Remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases, and hiring a lawyer does not mean you have to go to court.
Call attorney Elizabeth Bernard, local legal experience for more than 30 years.
They fell in love with Benjamin Moore's Van Dusen blue, but tried to match it using another brand's paint.
It'll grow on us, right?
Yeah.
Well, you remember my buddy Jimmy Longo from It's About Time Fishing Charters. Well, we came back, and this time we are fishing for walleye. And we just landed, and you're gonna see the footage from earlier in the day. But it is such a different style, Jimmy, when you fish for walleye. I mean, it's much more intricate. I mean, why is that?
Correct. Well, that's how you have to fish for them on this end of the lake, because we're in deeper water, and you have to troll for them, and that consists of...
I mean, there's like 8 poles that we have going trying to catch it.
we had 14 poles out, actually.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm bad at counting. Not good at math. But what has happened to the perch? You know, I mean, it's all about the walleye right now. And a few years ago when we went out, I mean, the perch were plentiful.
Correct. Nobody knows for sure. There's many different theories. One is, and it's always the commercial netters.
Yeah.
And then there's so many walleye in the lake right now. They're eating a lot of the perch.
Because, yeah, it's a smaller fish.
And they're chasing the perch pretty much all day, and the perch, they're not able to school up like they used to because they're swimming for their lives.
Yeah, so, and then that's why it's different, because when we just, you know, cast from the side of the boat for the perch.
Correct.
And this is so much more involved, you know. 14 lines, but we did pretty good, I must say. At the beginning, it was a little iffy. We got a late start. Thank you, Fast Freddy. And we got Jimmy and Freddie and Ken and Carrie. Our very first, this was her maiden voyage on a fishing boat, and we really did have a good time.
Maiden voyage?
It's her maiden voyage, Carrie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What did she get?
She did good.
She did good.
Well, she got a free beer and
she got a free beer, a Casey Malone Show hat, and
a wrap, a rib wrap.
Oh, and I made my special rib wraps just for her.
You know, that's really cool too. You know, when you go out partying with Casey Malone, like on something like this, you know you're going to get good food. And
that's right.
The one thing about that.
Good
you know
sandwiches.
You're going to get good
Josh,
food.
you liked them, didn't you?
Amazing sandwiches. They're great.
Yep, he's thumbs up. So now, how late can we fish for walleye? How long into the season are you taking people?
Into September, and usually in September, not all, but the majority of walleye, they start to migrate back west, so they leave.
Okay, you know my buddy Fast Freddy, also a fisherman, as well as La Pata, Jimmy, my neighbor. And you've been on every fishing trip I've ever been on.
That's right.
And of course, we have to make a bet, right? We throw $5 in the pot, and whoever catches the biggest fish gets all that money. Ooh, like $30. So, who do you think catches the biggest fish? First one out.
You would think.
Okay.
Who would you think, or who actually did?
Well, who would you think?
I would think me, but.
Okay, but it wasn't.
No.
Because you were late and you were punished. So, it was La Pata. He caught, and really, well, how many pounds was that?
Oh, I don't even know.
I bet you it was a 6-pounder. It was a big walleye. 8 pounds, Carrie. Well, she is now a pro and an authority, and she knows her captains.
Nobody's paid though. I don't understand.
Well, at the Moose Club, we're gonna settle up. We're gonna settle up at the Moose Club. Well, now that we're back in dock, you really did a nice job as first mate. Now, would you say that we were a tough crew?
You were a great crew. If you guys did what you were told, wound have been, like I said, most of our
I like the way you say it. I like the way you yelled at Freddie all the time. You said, "You're not bass fishing. You're not bass fishing. Slow, quit jerking it."
Yeah.
So what is the difference? So if you're on walleye,
we're already trolling 2.5 mile an hour, and it seems like when you're riding too fast, 2.5 mile an hour, you're pulling out the hooks because we're only using Bomber 24As on wire.
Oh yeah, Bomber 24As. I should have known that.
We're also using Dipsies with little and big spoons. Speed was about 2.5 mile an hour. It kept them quite busy, so we did a good day.
Where did you learn all your...
I've been fishing up here for about 30 years. I've been chartering for about 7 now, so.
So I just want to say that I was probably using the 24Bs, and that's why I wasn't getting all the fish.
Not the 24As.
I was using the 24Bs.
I got to tell you, Josh really made it scientific. Yes. Would you go fishing with us again?
I would, because I would never go by myself, but when you have a crew of lovely people to fish with, it was a really good time.
I don't know. I cannot believe we're lovely. The pad is lovely.
Oh my gosh, yes. All the time. And now he's going to invite us over to his house and have this big fish fry.
That's right. We're going to do a walleye fry.
It doesn't get much more lovely.
Yeah, the fruits of our labor. And Carrie, we are going to come back again, and we're going to do like an early fall fishing. We are not going to bring Bill. Bill has a little queasy stomach, so Bill will just tell you about it. And but we are coming back, and Longo's taking us back out again. Are you in?
Absolutely. I wouldn't go with anybody else.
We'll be right back with more local flavor. I am here at the Magic Tree Pub and Eatery with Rude the Dude. Summertime is here.
Yes, finally it's here. Right here we got a few of our handcrafted summer cocktails for you that you can enjoy on our beautiful patio that is now finally open. Every day, open to close. We also now have live entertainment every Friday from 8 to 11 on the patio. If it rains outside, we bring the bands inside.
That's right. They've got you covered. And don't forget, if you have an event coming up like a baby shower, bridal shower, or rehearsal dinner, the room is available. Call and book your date now. And I really love the food truck.
Yes.
They come to you.
Yes, we now have Magic Tree on the go, as you can see in our background. So take a look for us. We'll be around town, different locations, sharing some of our Magic Tree specials with you on the road.
That's right. Magic Tree Pub and Eatery has you covered.
Get ready for summertime adventures with a new car from Boardman Mitsubishi. Planning a road trip? You'll love the comfort and performance of the award-winning 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. Take a test drive and see for yourself. All new vehicles come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. For the hottest cars and exceptional service, look no further than Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown dealer since 1999.
Donate now. GavaCamp has a generous family that will match every dollar you donate. Help us build a barrier-free educational camp for our friends with special needs. Visit our website or call for more details. Giving is living.
Rulli Brothers is way ahead of the competition. Check out Rulli Spice World, where you can buy bulk herbs and spices, plus candies, nuts, and fillings for pennies on the dollar. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
I'm all about local, and my bank is Farmers National Bank. Farmers is the true hometown bank in the Mahoning Valley, standing strong for our local families and businesses since 1887. Farmers is also future-focused with a lab branch, interactive teller machines, and best-in-class mobile mortgage app. We've all learned the value of local relationships, businesses, and communities. Switch to Farmers.
They fell in love with Benjamin Moore's Van Dusen Blue, but tried to match it using another brand's paint.
It'll grow on us, right?
Yeah.
better come on in my kitchen.
Always fun when Ken joins me in the kitchen.
I'm back.
So we are going to prepare walleye francais with the fish we just caught.
Yes.
And
You
that
just caught.
walleye
You caught a
fishing,
lot.
I did catch a lot. My
You got the
limit
second largest fish of the
was
day.
6.
Yes.
We did catch our haul. For this recipe, you'll need 1 to 2 pounds of walleye fillets, 2 eggs beaten, 1 cup of milk, 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, 1 teaspoon of white pepper, 1 teaspoon of chopped parsley, 1 teaspoon of Frank's hot sauce, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of fresh ground black pepper, 2 cups of canola oil, 1/2 cups of fresh squeezed lemon juice, 1 cup of chicken stock, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and chopped parsley for garnish. So Ken is getting the oil heated up in a very nice large skillet, and we are gonna get our dipping ready to go. So I just add pepper to the flour mixture and not salt. So we mix this up. And then we already have our beaten egg, and then we are going to add to this the milk. Then we are also going to add the 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese, and boy does that make a really nice batter for the walleye. You're going to love it. Then I'm going to add white pepper, 1 teaspoon of Frank's hot sauce. So that is our batter. And I'm just going to mix this together. Doesn't that look good?
Looks great.
Oh, and just a pinch of parsley. Just a pinch. Why don't you flour?
And then you'll take it from there.
And then I'll take it from there. So look at how nice those are.
So you like to cut these down?
Yeah, we did cut these. These are not full-size fillets because they're just easier to eat and there's not as much waste. And we'll just like that. And put that there. And then flour. And then that. That looks good. Now we are going to go to the stove and we are going to start frying up this fish. So make sure your oil's hot enough, 350, 375.
It's very important that your oil's hot enough.
Because we want these to fry right up to a nice golden brown. Ooh. And it won't take long at all.
3 minutes. Oh, that's perfect. That looks great.
So we fried up the fish, and I did forget to mention that I preheated the oven to 350, and now I have it warming in the oven while I get the francais sauce together. And this is very, very easy. All we're gonna do is melt 2 tablespoons of butter, the chicken stock.
Okay.
And then we're gonna bring this to a little bit of a simmer. I'm gonna put it up on high. And then we're going to add the lemon juice. And we are just going to let this simmer and thicken up a little bit before we add our fried fillets back in. Well, would you like to do the francais?
Sure,
Why don't
buddy.
you do it?
All right.
Okay, so now we pulled it out of the oven, and now we're just gonna let it saute for a little bit in our juices that we've made. See how it's nice and bubbly?
Does this get turned?
Yes. Oh my, look at that.
From Lake Erie to the Francais pool.
That's right. So why don't we let this finish up, and then we'll plate it, we'll show you how to make your presentation, and we are going to enjoy some walleye francais. So now we have it nice and plated. We're going to now use our sauce that we made and drizzle it over each piece. Oh, that looks delicious, Ken. That really looks good. Oh yes, nice. Then we add a little chopped parsley. Isn't that pretty?
It's my favorite part.
And then I have some lemons. See, for each piece. Isn't that pretty? It's a nice little
Looks great.
presentation. I love me some rosé in the summer. So this is a great value. It is an excellent wine. Kendall Jackson, little KJ Reserve rosé.
Okay.
Love it. I love the screw top. So much easier. All right. Let's see. Well, first, a toast.
A toast.
Let's go back on the boat.
To 6-foot waves and 36 walleye.
Ooh. Delicious. Captain Jimmy. All right. Let's see how we did. This looks so good.
There's nothing like fresh fish.
And this, honestly, is
Melts in your
restaurant
mouth.
quality. You could make this for your friends and family, and they would love it. You can also use this for chicken or anything else, but I think the walleye, oh my gosh, this really enhances the walleye. It's delicious.
So thanks for having me back on.
You are welcome anytime. This is where you live.
It is true, yeah. I do show up here every now and then. Cheers.
Cheers, thank you. So much fun.
That's delicious.
fishing. Just go to my website, caseymalonshow.com, and the recipe for walleye francais will be there. And you are going to love it. Cheers. The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.